Hey guys, as I've talked about before, I'm a children's therapist and I work with clients from ages 5 to 19. And not everyone is going to show up to a session with 45 minutes of things to talk about, so I like to utilize games. And therapy games are awesome and really cool, and I would recommend looking at them, but you're not always going to have those resources. So I wanted to tell you guys how I use Uno, Candyland, and Chutes and Ladders as therapeutic games. So in these slides, I give an explanation, but I also write some detailed instructions, so save it for later. And even though I use the word clients, you could use them with students, with your own kids, with your clients, really anyone. And it's a fun way to get people talking about their feelings and coping skills and just helping to organize their thoughts. So let me know what you think. I've played Uno with almost every client or family that I work with, and I use two different versions, emotions and then domains, which is on the next slide. But with Uno, unless you want the game to go on forever, I only ask the players to do this on the special cards like draw 2, draw 4, and the wild cards. So with emotions, before the game starts, the client will choose an emotion for each color. And like blue doesn't have to be sad, and every time someone plays one of those special cards, they name something that makes them feel that emotion. So if you did do blue for sad, it might be, sad movies make me sad. And wild cards, you can choose an emotion that you already have named for a color, or you can choose something that you didn't name, maybe excited or nervous. And I think that this is a really great way to get people talking about emotions and identifying what causes those emotions. Domains work exactly the same, except with this, before the game starts, you will pick a setting or a relationship that matches with each color. I gave examples of home, school, family, partners, work, and then when you play that special card, you would name an event, stressor, success, or emotion related to that domain that you felt in the past 2 weeks. And wild card, you can choose any domain that's listed, or you can come up with your own. This version of Candyland plays exactly like Uno, where the person assigns a different emotion to each of the colors on the Candyland board. And when you draw that card, the person provides an example of something that makes them feel that emotion. And I would not recommend having them do 2 examples for each card because you will be playing forever. And again, domains in Candyland is the exact same as Uno, but I would recommend having the person do it only if they get one of those cards that has 2 squares on it to match with the color, because domains just take longer to talk about. An added bonus I usually use with the younger kids is to have them name a coping skill each of the characters would use for stress management when they pull one of those cards, and it gets really fun and creative. Chutes and Ladders usually works best with my younger elementary clients. And with Chutes and Ladders, it's just about telling stories in this first version. So just asking, okay, what happened in this story? And they might explain, oh, he saved a cat in a tree and now the cat loves him. Or this kid reached for a cookie jar and it fell over. And you're just asking them to explain what's in the story. This next version is just a little more complex, but it's still using the pictures on the game board. So asking what could have happened differently, what are some other options that the children could have chosen, and really this one just gets them thinking about the examples on the game board. So I would definitely pause this to look at the questions, and you might have some other questions that you'd want to ask. And in this last version, you're really asking the child to relate the stories to their own lives and provide examples of a time that something similar happened in their lives, and then asking those follow-up questions to really elicit the emotions and the feelings that happened with that event. And Chutes and Ladders is just really good for examining the positive and negative outcomes that happen from our actions. Thanks for watching, and write in the comments if you have any ideas on how to utilize these games in a different way, or of any other board games or card games that you've used that can be used as therapeutic games.